Hi guys, I am so sorry. It has been so long since I gave you an update, and there's been a lot going on, huh? Not just for me, for the whole world. And I'm okay, but how are you guys doing? It's pretty crazy, hey? And you know, in the strange things that have happened leading up to this, I have to tell you, I'm in a good place. It has been a really hard few weeks since we last spoke, for many reasons, and I filmed tiny little snippets, but I was involved in the whole thing. So last time I left you, my friend Samantha was just about to turn up for a visit, and we had been planning on hitting up the Nullarbor and doing WA together. And she came in for a visit. It was only going to be one night. She was going to catch up with her kids because it was her birthday coming up. And then she sort of said to me, look, I'm leaving in 2 weeks. You know, I really want you to come and let's see what happens. What I didn't tell you was that her and I had been communicating for quite a while, because she actually did the exact same route that I did, coming from Queensland across through Lightning Ridge, Broken Hill, and across to South Australia that way. She pretty much did the exact same route, even stayed at the same places that I stayed at, and had been following my journey on YouTube. That's kind of how we got to know each other. And then when we got to chatting after that, she was about a month or so behind me in the trip, so we didn't do that part together. So after that, when we were chatting, she told me that the next trip she wanted to do was this, you know, Nullarbor, WA, and maybe across, you know, through the outback and Uluru and all the things that and I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm planning on doing in March. And she goes, oh, that's when I'm going to do it too. And I said, why don't we do it together? And she's like, yeah, cool. So that had kind of been our plan. So anyway, after the one night here, she went to leave the next morning, and her starter motor had gone and it couldn't start. So, and that was like a Saturday, I think it was. So there was nothing really she could do. So she ended up getting a little cabin to stay in. And then on Monday, the tow truck came and took her motorhome off to the repairer. Oh my God. So he's straightening up the truck to try and get it full on because the back wheels weren't lined up. He's pretty good. You're really clever at this, I gotta say. Yeehaw. Dean at Full Tilt Logistics did an incredible job of getting this out of a very tight spot. Really well done. Look how big it looks. It looks like a giant up there on the huge truck. Good on you, Sam. You did a good job steering it too. Quite conveniently, Sam's got a cabin right next to where the van was. So how good is that? There she goes, Sam. There goes your baby. The very next night after that, I had a really big scare. Really big scare with Miss Pixie Angel. Hey Pixie, how you doing? We had a very rough night last night with Pixie. Last night she was up all night, and I did get a little bit of video on that, which I will show you, with this like hacking cough and gagging and really like laboured breathing. It was really quite scary. Oh, baby girl, you're not feeling good, are you, darling? That's a good girl. Yeah, that's a good girl. Oh, sweet. Oh, sweetie, come here. Come here, Pixie. Oh, baby girl. Oh, sweetheart. You're not feeling good, baby girl. Hmm. So I have brought her to the vet, and she needs to have a chest x-ray, and yeah, we're just waiting. I just thought I'd bring her to this park down the road to just have a little walk around and sit under a tree. For me, I need some tree energy. There's been a few tears. It's been really hard knowing how to proceed and what to do, but they said without the x-ray they can't really 100% determine on what course of treatment to take. So she's got her x-ray at 1:30, and I'm just killing time, spending some quality time with my girl. Yeah, I want her to be okay, that's all. So I'll let you know when I know what's going on with my Pixie angel, my little angel. She's not well. Got to go back to the vet soon. Gonna go back to the vet? Yeah? Not allowed to eat anything. Yes, gotta go back. Hope you're gonna be okay, Pixie. 'Cause I love you. I love you, baby girl. Sweet little angel. You want a tummy rub? Yes, a tummy rub is good, isn't it? My sweet angel. Love you. I love you, Pixie. Yeah, I do. Because they had to put Pixie under general anesthetic for the x-ray, and it was going to be some time that she was there, they gave Pixie some calming medication because I knew she'd be really anxious about being left at the vet's and me not being there with her. And we went off to a park and just sat there and waited for the appointment time for the x-ray, and also that gave time for the calming medication to kick in for her. I wish they'd given some to me. I was the one that needed calming down. It was just so stressful. Anyway, in amongst all that, Samantha was hitting the road again, so I met her at the place where she'd had her RV fixed, because she'd actually had to get another tire as well. So she'd gotten the starter motor fixed and then discovered a flat tire. So it was like there was a lot going on there. So I drove off to meet up with her and say our goodbyes, and she hit the road again while Pixie was having her x-ray. Love you, bye. Mwah. Safe travels. And then after a few hours, it was finally time to go and pick Pixie Angel up and to get the results of her x-ray from the vet.
There's just a sort of a soft tissue opacity. It's not as clear just at the base there, underneath the windpipe there, just in front of the heart or overlying the heart. To me, that looks a little bit abnormal.
Yeah.
And I've had someone else have a look. They agree that it doesn't look like normal tissue there.
Yeah.
We've seen enough normal to know that it just doesn't look quite right in the middle there.
Right.
Which is sort of a mediastinal area in between like the lungs. It's sort of here. The heart lies there, but just in front of it or in between there, there's an extra space, which can sometimes be a location for lumps to form, like masses whether it's cancer,
Yeah.
possibly, whether it's friendly or not, don't know. But it just looks a little bit sus.
Yeah.
Thanks, Luce. So step one, obviously, if we want to do gold standard, would be probably just to send the x-rays off for specialist review. I need to check how much that is, because at the minute we've only got a quick turnaround, which I don't think we need a quick turnaround. We probably just need within a couple of days would be nice to know what a specialist interpretation is of these x-rays. So if they agree, are we seeing things that are a bit unusual, or do they actually look fine? Because and it might not actually change our plan anyway, especially if, you know, say if they confirm, oh yeah, that location does look a little bit suspicious. The next step would then be a CT with a specialist. What happens if the CT confirms a mass in the chest? Are we going to go in there?
Yeah.
Maybe not. You know, and it's going to be pricey.
Yeah.
So really, it might not end up change what we do sending these images away, but it might give you peace of mind knowing, oh no, we've had someone triple check them because we're not specialists. We are here to see if there's any inkling of that not being quite right, and then they can confirm it for us. Unless it's something really obvious, which this one, it's grey zone at the minute. But definitely looks a little bit.
But that would be causing a cough if there was something.
It could be pushing up. It could be pushing up on that black part, which is the windpipe. So that's a possibility. That's why it's like, oh, it could fit those symptoms. Like, I'll have the x-rays here if you want to have a think about it tonight. I'll also see if we've got the pricing update tomorrow, because we've got the 2024 pricing. It's not. It'll probably be, last time it was about 160.
Okay. Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad, especially when like they're quite detailed. They're very, very good.
Say hi. You've been a good girl.
A little band-aid.
Oh.
Hold on.
I know. She's like, come to Mama. Oh, here you are, sweetheart. I'm
Let's
here.
get your band-aid off.
I'm here, darling. I'm here.
Says Mum.
Back home from the vet with a very, very sleepy, very floppy little puppy. I just carried her outside to see if she wanted to do a wee. She just went flop on the ground. So she doesn't want to eat. She doesn't want to do anything. Oh, you're very sleepy. Oh, very sleepy, Mama. Don't want to do anything. The vet has sent her home with prednisone, amoxicillin antibiotic, and a bronchodilator to help her breathing, and they discovered there was some kind of anomaly, growth perhaps. There was a mass that shouldn't have been there. They need to send it off to get it expertly assessed, because they couldn't work out what it is. But she said it could be cancer, could be growth between her lung and her heart. And if that's the case, there's nothing really they can do with it being in that position. So it could be just palliative care. I'm still not willing to accept that at the moment, and then just hoping that it is just some strange anomaly that they don't know what it is. I will find out, I guess, in the next week or so. And she said if it is, it's just a matter of keeping her comfortable until she's not comfortable anymore. There's nothing like surgically wise they can do because of the location, and and like even to get a CT scan to have a better look at it, or a biopsy or everything, she said you're looking at up to $6,000. And that's just never going to happen. So, it was a bit of a shock. When I say a bit of a shock, I'm downplaying that significantly, because I thought maybe there might be something wrong with their heart. Maybe it's a collapsed trachea. I'd been watching YouTube videos of other dogs with that type of cough, and, people were saying if it is a congestive heart failure can sometimes cause that, they usually live about a year beyond that. Collapsed trachea is something that can just, be managed. She said the trachea is fine. So it's not that, and the heart appeared fine, but they are going to measure it up and, you know, double check that with the specialists. Yeah, I explained my financial position, that, you know, I'm not going to be able to do much beyond what I've just done, which I've had to borrow money to do. So at some stage I might need to make a really hard call, which is a really sad thing to think about. I'm not really sure how to approach that. From, you know, I'll try not to jump the gun, but yeah, she'd only just finally gotten around to doing her public access test, because the organization that she's certified with, assistance dog certification process, you know, when I told them that I hadn't recertified her this year because I hadn't been able to afford it, they offered me like a payment plan, like fortnightly payments. You all right, Bubby? You're on the move? Are you feeling maybe a little bit hungry? Would you like me to bring your food to you? Oh, little sweetheart. I don't know if you can see her there. She's just flopped down there a little bit. There you go. You can talk to my people with me, Pixie. Yes, darling. Says, just rub my tummy. I feel a bit weird. I just want to be with my mama. Little cutie pie. I have just given her the first dosage of her meds, and they said she will probably sleep really well tonight. And I was like, oh, that would be great, because neither one of us got sleep last night. Like, we were up all night with that coughing and hacking. It wasn't a fun night for us, was it? No. So yeah, she had done her public access test about a couple of weeks ago, I think, I don't know, a week or two ago. I'm losing track of time again. She passed. I made the first installment payment on that, and yeah, that's like 4 $200 payments I've committed to. And now I'm starting to think, like, oh gosh, if I'd known this was gonna happen, probably would have held off on that and focused on this instead. But anyway, I don't want to think about are you moving again, Bubba? You okay? You might be a bit hungry. Do you want me? I'll just get her food. Hang on, she might want to eat a little bit. Are you feeling a little bit hungry? Would you like a little bit of food? You can have the food up here if you want. Maybe? No, not quite ready for food. No. No, Mum. Oh, little baby, you're so fluffy. Yeah, okay, you lie down. I'll leave the food there if you change your mind. If you just decide you want a little bit of food, you can have a little bit of food. Yeah, good girl. No, you're just gonna lick it. There you go. Yummy. Oh, her little mouth's still a bit, like when I picked her up, she was like, her bottom was like this. Still very floppy. Although it's been a long time. Apparently she took a long time to wake up from her anesthetic they put her under when they gave her the x-ray. So they said, yeah, she took her sweet time, but they all fell in love with her there. They said she was so good. And I'd taken her pink fluffy bed that she sleeps in, and she has in the front of the car as well. So they just took her in that, and then I had to leave her there, and I didn't pick her up until 5:40. Well, actually it was closer to 6 by the time I actually got her back, because yeah, they said she did take a while to kind of come to. But that, yeah, she just lay there comfy. I think they said she felt more comfortable because she had her own bed and it felt familiar to her, and she didn't cry, she didn't bark, she said the vet said that everyone there all fell in love with her. So of course they did, because she's an angel. So please say prayers for my little Pixie angel. I will be. And hoping for the best, but also being realistic and bracing myself for the worst case scenario. And yeah, I'm not going to let myself get beyond that until I'm given a definite that that's what we're dealing with. And in the meantime, I'll just try and stay strong for her, because she's my support animal. So it's not good for me to be losing it at the moment and upsetting her, and her feeling like she has to look after me. It's my time to be strong and look after her, which I will try very hard to do. And just, yeah, I'm going to really be nursing this little girl, and no more running around playing ball and long walks for us. Yeah, things are going to be a little bit quieter for the moment. So, and yeah, today I also said goodbye to Samantha, who's off on the road trip. She's heading towards Adelaide, and we had planned to do the Nullarbor together, and yeah, obviously that's not going to happen right now, because this is my priority, and she understands that. There's a lot of drama going on at the moment, isn't there, in everyone's lives, it seems, and in the world in general. And it was really nice last night. Samantha and I, we sat outside and watched the full moon eclipse, which was really special, and tried, using our phone cameras to take nighttime photos. I mean, it was pretty hard to get the blood red moon effect in the camera, but we did have fun. Her camera's better than mine. She's got an S25, I think it was, and it was talking like she'd point it up at the sky and just get these amazing starry shots. It was like, wow. My camera's a bit like, my phone's a bit older, so it wasn't quite that capable, but it was just a really nice experience, and it felt significant. And knowing that she was leaving today, and her one night stay ended up being 4 nights. So we ended up spending a lot more time together than planned, and I'm thankful for that. And I think we both needed it to happen that way, because she said, like, yeah, if any of those things had happened, say, halfway across the Nullarbor, which is where she's planning on doing next, like, it could have been a lot worse, so similar to what happened to me at Broken Hill when my starter motor went. Like, of all the remote places you've been camping and the remote places that are ahead of you, when something major happens and you're in a bigger town that has, the things you need that can get done pretty quickly, like even sometimes in those smaller country towns, like they'd be like, oh, it'll take a week or more to get something fixed. So it all worked out for the best, even though it wasn't exactly convenient for her. And the big expense mainly is the hardest part of it all, and yeah, can relate to that. So yeah, there's just I was pretty keen to hit the road again, and I was like, yeah, I reckon I don't know, yeah, I've been really kind of looking forward to that trip. And I said to her I'd hit the wall, and I was feeling unmotivated, and I felt like her coming here and hanging out with me would kind of give me that motivation to, like, yeah, let's do it, let's get back on the road. And anyway, we just gotta roll with it, whatever life throws you, just roll with it, and I'll be okay. Worst comes to worst, if Pixie Angel and I end our journey together a little shorter than I had hoped it would be, I will always be so thankful that I got to share it with her. So thankful. Like, she is amazing. We did amazing things. And yeah, I can't think anything but gratefulness for that time. Yeah, I'm really thankful that I got to share this much of life with this incredible little spirit who saved my life, and hopefully I can save hers, but we'll see how we go. Alright guys, gosh, wish I had a more positive update. I am thankful to say that Pixie and I both got a really good sleep last night, all night. She was very kind of out of it. I took her out to try and let her go for a wee a couple of times, and she seemed really disorientated and didn't really know what was going on, but finally I got her to do a wee. And then we came back in and just zonked out. Like, I was exhausted emotionally. I find when I have a big emotional day, it wears you out. And yesterday was a very stressful day, and the night before was terrible with no sleep. But her and I have slept well. She's on 3 different types of medication at the moment, so I'd given her medication, and she has to have some more this morning as well. But she seems quite perky and happy, and there was no coughing at all last night, no trouble breathing. She seems totally fine, and that's what's really strange, because that coughing thing had happened previously, and I'd been really worried, and I was like, oh, I should take her to a vet, but then it just went away. And it's like, because it's been so kind of intermittent, if something happens once or twice, I call it an anomaly, but if it happens like more than that, then it's a problem. So, but she seems okay. Her pupils have gone back down, like they were really like full black yesterday and last night. She still looks a little bit sleepy. I'll show you what she's looking at. She's looking at me because she wants me to take her out and go for a little walk, so I will do that, but I'll just let you say good morning to Pixie. Are you feeling a little bit better today? I'm a little bit sleepy, but I'm still feeling good. I'm waiting for you to open the door and let me outside. Yeah. So, in good news, in amongst all this craziness, I've got some more YouTuber friends coming to visit me today. Just a short visit. Gay and Carol, who I've been following on YouTube for quite some time, because they were actually doing the same journey up towards Queensland that I was doing when I was planning on coming down through the outback, and some of the little outback towns that I stopped in and visited were the same places that they went to. So yeah, they're coming to visit me today at about 10:30, they said in the message, so that's kind of exciting. And I was thinking about maybe going busking today, because I'm gonna have to go busking like a lot, because I've borrowed money to pay for all these vet bills and I need to pay it back. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of busking, I think, over the next few weeks probably, to get on top, and that's assuming there's no, hopefully, the costs going forward with Pixie aren't too bad. I noticed when I just took her for a walk then that she is kind of just panting a lot, which is not normal. But she seems perky, and the medications altogether is about $100, and I think it's like a couple of weeks worth. So we'll I owe, it's off to work I go. But I don't know if I'm feeling 100% up to busking today, because I'm going to have visitors, and I've just had Samantha here for the last 4 days, and I've had all this drama with Pixie, and I'm pretty weary, and I should probably just rest for today and maybe try and go out tomorrow. But it is a beautiful day. It's sunny. It's like going to be 25-26 degrees, which is kind of perfect. So I don't know, maybe I'll see how I feel. I don't know, I'm pretty tired at the moment, but I'm really feeling confident and optimistic and happy, because I think that I feel like that if something was really wrong with Pixie and it was as bad as they said the worst case scenario is, that I would sort of feel it inside me, but then maybe I'm in denial. I'm not really sure. But I still feel our story isn't over, and it could just be some strange anomaly on the x-ray. But then, you know, if it was just a strange anomaly and she hadn't been up all night coughing and struggling to breathe, then yeah, look, I will cross that bridge as I do every bridge I have to cross when I get to it. And I try not to think, you know, I have this philosophy about depression and anxiety, which are things that I've struggled with a lot of my life. And I just have this feeling like, it kind of came to me one time when I was really analyzing like how to reframe myself from states of depression and anxiety, is that if you are focusing on things that happened in your past, that creates a depressed state. It's depression. And if you're focusing on things that haven't happened yet, that you're worried about, that creates anxiety. So that's where my be here now philosophy came from. Remember to breathe, be here now. And now is the moment where tranquility lies, where peace lies, because you're not letting your brain wander off in the past or into the future for things that are beyond our control. Right now, I have control over this moment and how I feel right now. So at the moment right now, I feel good, I feel optimistic. I'm so thankful and grateful that I've got to share my life with an absolute angel. And yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, I believe in miracles. I've seen a miraculous healing within my own body as a result of, you know, changing so many things about my outlook. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how to pass that on to my dog, but I'm just bathing her with love at the moment, and lots of affection and lots of stroking and cuddling and belly rubs, and just letting her do what she wants to do. And I feel we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And if we're not, I will deal with that at the moment that it happens. So look who I've got in my caravan today. I've got lots of poles and lots of ropes. I have to kind of dance around them. Yay! I so appreciated the visit from Gay and Carol, and it was really nice to just sit outside and chat to them. We talked a lot about YouTube, and they really tried to motivate me to sort of really treat my YouTube channel like a business. And I was just like, I don't know, I just do this for fun, you know, like, and at the moment I'm just not really feeling it because I've had a lot going on and I just needed to take some time out. So I just want to thank you guys all for hanging in with me and sending me messages of support and checking in with me, those of you that have done that. I really appreciate it. And I did want to fill you in and let you know what was going on, but I just wanted to find out for sure. It did take about a week to get the results back from the specialist report on Pixie's x-ray, and thankfully the vet confirmed that it is not cancer. It's such a relief, and as she's been totally fine since. She said it could have been just a bit of a early stage lung disease or a bronchial infection, but she ended up taking her antibiotics and the prednisone and the bronchodilators for a couple of weeks. And that's pretty much what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. Is I've just been looking after my dog and going busking to make money to pay for all of this, because it was a very expensive few weeks for me with that and the assessment for the certification for her assistance dog. So I've been doing okay. I'm okay, and I know there's a lot going on in the world as far as, you know, the crisis with petrol and everything, and really I'm just thankful that I'm in a really good spot, and kind of thankful that even though this experience was scary as heck, it stopped me from going back on the road, which is really a good thing, because as you know, my truck can be a little bit of a thirsty beast, and with prices the way they are at the moment, there is no way I would be doing the Nullarbor WA trip now. So it all actually worked out really well in the end, and I'm so happy to tell you that Pixie is doing great. I am feeling really happy, really content. I've got a good place where I can stay a while and where I can busk and make a little bit of extra money to cover these emergency type things that come up. So that's pretty much where I'm at, and I will do another video about how I have been preparing for this whole crisis. So that's it from me, guys. Thanks so much for your patience and understanding, and I am in my pajamas, so it's good night from me. I just wanted to fill in the gaps to sort of make all those bits link together and get this out to you as soon as possible, because I just really appreciate you guys so much. And I really hope you guys are all doing okay out there too. And I know these are really, really challenging times for a lot of people right now in any situation. And actually, I'm probably in a better position than a lot of people right now. So I'm really thankful for that. But I do have a lot of tips and suggestions. And I mean, I'll be honest, I've been prepping for years, guys. I've been prepping for worst case scenarios. I am so well prepared, but I have taken a few extra measures. And I was going to tell you, I think I said in my last video, I was going to tell you about what I'd done to get myself off-griddable. Well, coordinating with that is being prepared for situations where the finer things in life aren't readily available, and how I prepare for that. So I really want to incorporate those things together if you guys are interested in that. And hopefully, you know, you're getting yourselves into a good situation and adapting to whatever's going to happen next. We have no idea, and that's a whole bunch of uncertainty that I again am choosing not to let myself get too caught up in, because all we can do right now is just send as much positivity and love and good energy into the world and to everyone around us. And I'm sending it to you guys, like, prayers for you all in this challenging times. And just thank you for thinking of me. And I'm so feeling so filled with gratitude at the moment for the way things have turned out as far as my Pixie angel goes. It's been hard, it's been tough, but we're out the other side, and I'll get emotional again if I think about it. But anyway, that's where I'm at, and I'm off the road for the foreseeable future until such time as this situation resolves in some way. But I'll still have plenty to say, and I'll still be checking in from time to time, but maybe not quite as regularly as I was when I was on the road, unless I find something interesting I want to talk to you about. And I do have a few ideas for that. So love you guys, look after yourselves, look after each other, love each other, and take care, and thank you. See ya.